Good morning, students. In our previous video, we were talking about male reproductive system and we were left with some of the parts of male reproductive system. Before starting today's class, I am revising the previous parts which we have discussed earlier. See, the primary sex organ of male reproductive system is testis, and this testis is responsible for the secretion of sperms and male sex hormone, that is testosterone. All the rest of the parts of male reproductive system are lying in abdominal cavity, while this testis is lying outside the abdominal cavity inside a skinny fold, and that skinny fold is known as scrotum. See, this testis is attached with the abdominal cavity with the canal, and that canal is known as inguinal canal. So inguinal canal is that canal that is attaching this external part that is present outside the abdominal cavity and rest of the parts that are present inside the abdominal cavity. Now from this testis, very fine tubes are arising, almost 14 in number, called vasa efferentia, and these are responsible for the movement of sperms that are produced inside the testis into the epididymis. Epididymis is a long tubular structure that is almost of in meters, 4 to 6 meters in length, and it is responsible for the maturation and temporary storage of sperms. From this vasa efferentia, a 40 centimeter tube is arising that is moving inside the abdominal cavity, and that is vas deferens. Now this vas deferens is going to join with the urethra. What is urethra? Urethra is again a tubular structure that is arising from the urinary bladder. So primary function of urethra is to carry urine from the urinary bladder. But other than carrying urine, it is also going to carry the sperms that are going to enter into the vas deferens. This is what we talked about. Now when this vas deferens is going to combine with this urethra, here 3 glands are present, and these glands are going to secrete a secretion, and this secretion will also going to mix up with the sperms. This is what we are going to talk about. These glands are known as accessory sex glands. These are seminal vesicle present in pair. A single large prostate gland is present, and again 2 small glands are present called Cowper's gland, or also known as bulbourethral glands, and they are also present in pair. So let's talk about these accessory sex glands. The first one is seminal vesicle. What this seminal vesicle is going to do? This seminal vesicle is present between urinary bladder and rectum. So it is going to lie between urinary bladder and rectum, and it is going to secrete a milky secretion that is viscous and alkaline in nature. So it is going to secrete viscous, alkaline, milky secretion. सेमिनल वेसिकल जो सिक्रीशन सिक्रीट करती है वो किस नेचर का है? एल्कलाइन नेचर का है, दैट इज हैविंग अ मिल्की अपीयरेंस. एंड the thing you have to remember is what this secretion is having. This secretion is having fructose. Other than fructose, prostaglandins are there. Coagulating enzymes are present, like fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is there. So this is what this alkaline fluid is having. Now let's talk about the function these components are performing. When we talk about fructose is other. What is fructose? It is again a sugar. As we are having glucose, we are using glucose as a sugar to provide energy. Exactly same way यहाँ पर फ्रक्टोज कैसे काम करता है? इट इज एक्टिंग एज अ सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी. और सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी किसको चाहिए है? सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी स्पर्म्स को चाहिए है. रीजन बिकॉज स्पर्म्स कैसे होते हैं? मोटाइल होते हैं, मूवेबल होते हैं. तो मूव करने के लिए उन्हें क्या चाहिए? एनर्जी चाहिए. और एनर्जी कौन प्रोवाइड करता है? फ्रक्टोज प्रोवाइड करता है. सो फ्रक्टोज इज अ सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी फॉर द मूवमेंट ऑफ sperms, and that is present in the secretion being secreted by seminal vesicle. The second is prostaglandins. Prostaglandins क्या काम करते हैं? Prostaglandins are hormones and they are involved in the contraction of, they help in the movement of sperms in the female reproductive tract. Sperms जब female reproductive tract में enter करते हैं, they have to move upside. वो ऊपर के डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हैं, यूट्रस से होते हुए फिलोपियन ट्यूब की तरफ मूव करते हैं. सो प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव सिस्टम में कॉन्ट्रैक्शन स्टार्ट करते हैं एंड दीज कॉन्ट्रैक्शंस आर हेल्पिंग इन द अपवर्ड मूवमेंट ऑफ स्पर्म्स. दिस इज द फंक्शन ऑफ प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन्स. कोएगुलेटिंग एंजाइम्स क्या करते हैं? जो स्पर्म्स हैं उनको एक क्लस्टर बनाने में, क्लम्प बनाने में हेल्प करते हैं, कोएगुलेट बनाने में हेल्प करते हैं. So when they are secreted, they are in form of a clump. This is the function that is done by all the components present in the secretion secreted by seminal vesicle. And out of total secretion, almost 60 to 70% of the secretion is secreted by only single seminal vesicle. So this is how this gland is functioning. Now the second accessory sex gland is prostate gland. Before going to prostate gland, let's discuss a small thing, that is ejaculatory duct. This is a ejaculatory duct that is almost of 2 centimeter in length. See, vas deferens is coming. This vas deferens is having this seminal vesicle that is going to enter its secretion over here, and vas deferens plus seminal vesicle, they are now going to combine with the urethra. So this much part that is formed after the combination of vas deferens and seminal vesicle is forming the ejaculatory duct that is almost 2 centimeter in length. Now next is prostate gland. Prostate gland is a single large size gland that is almost pyramidal in shape, and it is present just below the urinary bladder where the urethra is combining with the ejaculatory duct. So only one single prostate gland is present. Now this prostate gland is also going to secrete a viscous alkaline fluid. And the main function of the secretion that is secreted by prostate gland is to provide mobility to the sperms. It helps in the movement of sperms. Movement of sperm is very important because we know that male gametes are going to be immobile. They are not going to move. Only the female gamete are not going to move. Only the male gametes are going to move and they are going to reach the female gametes. So the motility to the sperms is provided by the secretion secreted by prostate gland. Now the third one that is left is Cowper's gland, or another name is bulbourethral gland. This is a small gland again present in pair that is entering at the last. So firstly seminal vesicle is entering, then prostate gland is present, and in the last Cowper gland is present. This Cowper gland is going to secrete a viscous and alkaline fluid alkaline fluid plus mucus. Now this mucus is responsible for the lubrication of female reproductive tract. Lubrication of female reproductive tract. And another function, see, continuously we are saying that they are going to release alkaline fluid. Why alkaline fluid is required? If we talk about the nature, or you can say if we talk about the pH that is present in urethra. See, urethra is going to carry urine from the urinary bladder, and urine is acidic in nature. Urine किस nature का होता है? Acidic nature का होता है. So when urine is going to pass through the urethra, some amount of urine may be left inside the urethra. So this is making acidic character inside the urethra. And what this alkaline nature is going to do? This alkaline secretion is going to neutralize that acidic character that is present inside the urethra because of urine. यूरिन की वजह से यूरेथ्रा में जो भी एसिडिक फ्लूइड प्रेजेंट है, यूरिन प्रेजेंट है, उसको कौन न्यूट्रलाइज करता है? इन ग्लैंड्स का जो एल्कलाइन सिक्रीशन है वो उसको न्यूट्रलाइज करता है. Secondly, the female reproductive tract is also acidic. So the sperms are not going to function in acidic medium. That's why this alkaline fluid is again going to neutralize the acidic nature that is present in the female reproductive tract. So it is going to neutralize the acidic character of female reproductive tract. So that's why the alkaline fluid is being secreted. So the secretion of these glands, they are helping in providing energy to the sperms. They are providing motility to the sperms, and they are preventing the sperms from the acidic nature that is present in urethra as well as female reproductive tract. So earlier only sperms were present in the vas deferens, and when these sperms are going to enter into the urethra, now they are mixed with the secretion of these glands. And I told you, after mixed with these secretion, these sperms are present in a milky viscous secretion alkaline fluid, and now they are known as semen. So semen is going to travel through the urethra. Again I am saying urine is going to travel through the urethra, as well as semen is also going to travel through the urethra. But both are not moving through the urethra simultaneously. एक साथ यूरिन और semen की movement नहीं होती है. They are going to move one at a time. Means during passing of urine, urethra is only going to help in the movement of urine only, and during copulation only semen will be moved out of the urethra. Both are not going to move at the same time. Now let's talk about urethra. It is again almost a muscular structure, tubular structure of 20 centimeter in length. And if we talk about function is help in removal of urine out of the body, and second function is it helps in ejaculation, or helps in provide a passage for movement of semen. This is the function of urethra. Now the back side, if we see this part of urethra, this much part is present inside the urinary bladder, this much part is having the glands, and the front part of urethra is going to enter inside the penis. This is again a muscular organ that is known as penis. Penis is made up of different sinuses are there, means open spaces are present in penis, and these open spaces can be filled with blood. This front part of the penis is known as glans penis, which is highly sensitive, and this is surrounded by a skinny fold. एक skin का fold इसको surround करता है, the tip portion, and that is known as prepuce. Is the skinny fold that is going to surround the tip portion, and this inside this urethra is running, that is a single tubular structure for the removal of urine as well as for the removal of semen. One more term we can understand from here, that is ejaculation. Ejaculation simply means the removal of sperms, or you can say semen, out of the male reproductive system through the penis is ejaculation. During this ejaculation, almost 2.5 to 4 ml of semen is released out, and this much semen is containing around 300 to 400 million sperms. Up to 4 ml of semen will be ejaculated out from the male reproductive system, and it is containing 300 to 400 million of sperms, and these sperms are going to enter inside the female reproductive tract. So this is about the male reproductive system. Now let's talk about something about the male gamete. And we know the male gamete is sperm. So, if we talk about male gamete, let's see first talk about the structure of male gamete. The male gamete sperm is divided, the body of the sperm is divided into 3 parts. First one is head, middle piece, and tail region. So if we represent these 3 parts, this is the head portion, the middle piece, and the tail. This is how the sperm is present. Now this acrosome, this head portion, this is head region, this is the middle piece, and this whole region that is present below is the tail region. Now this head region is known as the tip portion that is going to penetrate inside the female reproductive tract, that is acrosome, and over here nucleus is present. All the activity will be controlled by nucleus, and along the nucleus proximal centrioles are there. In higher classes you will know about the function of these proximal centrioles. They will be helping in when after fertilization, they will be helping in the process of cell division. हम जानते हैं क्रोमोसोम जब सेपरेट होते हैं तो स्पिंडल्स बनते हैं, और स्पिंडल्स क्रोमोसोम को ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में पुल करते हैं सेल डिवीजन के टाइम पे. दिस इज द फंक्शन दैट विल बी परफॉर्म्ड बाय दीज प्रॉक्सिमल सेंट्रियोल्स. अगर हम मिडल पीस की बात करते हैं, सो मिडल पीस इज हैविंग डिस्टल सेंट्रियोल्स. डिस्टल सेंट्रियोल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं, माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया प्रेजेंट होते हैं. सो लार्ज अमाउंट ऑफ माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया आर प्रेजेंट and distal centrioles are present. Again, what mitochondria is going to do? Mitochondria क्या है? Powerhouse of the cell. सो एनर्जी प्रोडक्शन का काम कौन करता है? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया करता है. सो हियर ऑल्सो दिस माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज गोइंग टू प्रोड्यूस एनर्जी फॉर द स्पर्म. और एनर्जी किसके लिए चाहिए है? स्पर्म की मूवमेंट के लिए. नाउ दिस टेल पोर्शन इज अगेन हेल्पिंग इन द मूवमेंट, द मोटिलिटी ऑफ द sperm. So this is the male gamete, that is sperm. The nucleus will be haploid containing n number of chromosomes. Now this male gamete is going to enter into the female reproductive tract. Excuse me. And inside the female reproductive tract, it is going to move upward with the help of various chemical substances, and it is going to fertilize with the ovum that is present inside the female reproductive tract. And during fertilization only nucleus is going to enter inside the female reproductive tract, and two nucleus, one is of female gamete and one is of this male gamete, are going to fuse and they are going to form the zygote. This is what we are going to see when we will talk about fertilization process. So this is male reproductive system in human beings, and next time we will talk about the female reproductive system in human beings.